have inherited an ugly mess.
An independent investigation into the Metropolitan Sewer District finds a whole sewer full of problems. Good evening to you. Your sewer bills have more than doubled in the past decade, and now your blood pressure numbers may double too after hearing what a review of the Metropolitan Sewer Agency has found.
That review has found significant problems and potential conflicts of interest in how your sewer rate-paying tax dollars have actually been spent. Local 12's Jeff Hirsh has been reviewing that review. He joins us now with what it says. Jeff?
Well, the document itself is kind of bureaucratic. Here's a quote. The contractor was selected under a 2009 RFQ process for facility design, communications, and community engagement. Okay. But overall, the message is rather simple. Things did not always work in the public interest.
There were consultants recommending other consultants and then managing those consultants.
And that's not all, according to a special investigation of the Metropolitan Sewer District of Greater Cincinnati. The 50-page, 3-month-long investigation found a breakdown of checks and balances. It said that MSD regularly deviated from competitive bidding and made extraordinary use of consultants, all of which added up to too many costs adding up.
You had a system that was highly inefficient, so you have to assume that it was a big part of that was economic inefficiency.
The city manager could not say if your sewer bill would have been lower without those inefficiencies. Impossible to quantify. But the sense of the investigation is things got out of control.
The Student Intern Academy was a well-intentioned program at MSD. But what started as a 6-week program for 16 high school students during the summertime at a budget of probably less than $250,000 grew to an 8-week program, including almost 100 high school students at a budget that neared $1 million on an annual basis.
The report says problems began a decade ago when then city manager Milton Dohoney let the MSD director at the time, Tony Parrott, have exclusive control over signing contracts. The current administration has ended that and is making more changes on awarding bids and is drastically cutting the number of consultants.
Those responsible should be held accountable, and reforms must be made to ensure that this never happens again. While we didn't create this mess, we intend to clean it up.
City officials would not say if they believe anybody broke any laws, but the investigation is being handed over to the Ohio Ethics Commission, the Attorney General, and the Hamilton County Prosecutor to look into all of that. Back to you.
All right, Jeff. Well, the average sewer bill in Cincinnati and Hamilton County is about $900 a year. That's up from $400 a decade ago. Much of that is driven by federally required upgrades to the aging sewer system. Former MSD Director Tony Parrott has defended his leadership, recently telling that the Cincinnati Enquirer no bid contracts were sometimes needed to meet those tight federal deadlines.